baby. Whoa. Who said defense was dead? Who said defense was dead? What have I been talking about all day for 4 weeks now? The defense is dead. Defense is dead. Defense doesn't win ball games. Well, guess what, folks? Defense has won not only one. Defense has not only won 2 games for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Defense has won 3 games for the Pittsburgh Steelers. All 3 games, this defense has stepped up and kept this team in the game all game long. When Kenny Pickett's out there looking like a scrub, when Matt Canada's out there calling these designs that make Kenny Pickett roll out to the opposite and throw across his body and shit like that. I mean, some of these play calls that Matt Canada be doing and the way this offense has been playing, barely pick up a first down, can barely do anything to do anything to get this team in this game. It's absolutely ridiculous. And this defense, yeah, they bended a little bit. They gave up some yards on the ground. Of course, you're going to give up yards on the ground against the Baltimore Ravens. They're the Baltimore Ravens, and they have Lamar Jackson at quarterback. So, of course, you're going to give up some yards on the ground when you're leaving your defense out on that field all game long and forcing them to play mistake-free football all game long. Come up with the safety, come up with the sack, and the offense can actually mustered up a good drive at the end of the game to get the win. Called a shot. Pickens came down with it. Touchdown. Put Baltimore out of the game. Harbaugh could have took 3 at half. Didn't take the 3. They would have been still in that game if they would have took that 3. The game could have been completely different if they would have took that 3. But Harbaugh didn't take that 3. And now this is 3 games in a row for the Pittsburgh Steelers getting wins because of defense. Period. Point blank, baby. Defense wins championships, and you got to have offense to come along with it. And the offense needs to get better right now for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? After the doom, after the gloom, after everybody calling for everybody to get fired, writing this season off, 4 weeks into the goddamn season. 4 weeks into the goddamn season, everybody wrote this motherfucking team off, man. And I've been saying we got to stay the course and we got to believe, man. You don't fire coaches halfway through the season. You definitely don't fire coaches 4 games in the season when you're 2-2, sitting to go home to play your division rival with an opportunity to go first in the AFC North. And that's what this happened today, baby. The defense stepped up in a big motherfucking way, forced pressure on Lamar Jackson all goddamn game long, was running for his life all goddamn game long, and Kenny was able to capitalize in the last few minutes of the game and hit Pickens for 6 to win the game, just like last year when he hit Najee to win the game against the Baltimore Ravens, baby. Here we go, motherfucking Steelers, baby. We are sitting at first in the AFC North with a bye week coming up and a horrible offense. And there's a lot of football left to be played, and this ain't over. And they got to stay humble in this victory against the Baltimore Ravens. And they got to stay humble sitting at top of the AFC North. But we have 2 division wins, which are huge in the course of an NFL season. We are 2-0 in the AFC North. And guess what? I don't know what the score of the Cincinnati game is. I don't even know if they're playing yet right now, but they play Arizona, a scrub-ass franchise that's basically given up on their season before it's already started. And that's why Arizona is in the perennial dog shit that they are every single year, because they have an ownership and management that feels that they can tank a whole entire season and one player is going to turn around your entire franchise. This game right here took all 55 men on the roster to come up with the big victory, baby. This was a huge win for the Pittsburgh Steelers. After everybody was calling for this team to get fired, talking about how this shit's over, how we have no chance, Tomlin's an idiot, blah, blah, blah. But all he does is win big games like this, baby, bro. This is huge. This is major. And you got to love it, baby. You got to love it. This is AFC North football in a motherfucking nutshell, baby. You can't make it any better. You can't draw it up any better. That's what football's all about. Football's won and lost in the trenches. We were able to get a little bit going on the ground. You like to see that because Baltimore's definitely got a stout run defense. They got two great inside linebackers, and they can really stop the run. In Pittsburgh, so Pittsburgh with a big motherfucking win, baby. You got to love it. And now we're first in the AFC North. This game ain't even over yet. It ain't even over yet, but it's over, baby. And we're first in the AFC North. And we have a bye week coming up. And like I said, with an offense that's horrible, and this team's got to stay humble in victory. But guess who's eligible to come back when we come off the bye? I think it's week 7 against the Rams. So I don't know if we play the Rams off the bye or we play the Jags off the bye. I think, yeah, we play the Jags off the bye. So I don't think Deontay Johnson's going to be eligible off IR. But after that game, Deontay Johnson will be eligible, and we'll get a big boost on offense, and Cam Hayward is going to be making his return to this defense. $20 million that is sidelined right now. A future Hall of Famer that is sidelined right now in Cam Hayward. A guy that gives you double-digit sacks year in and year out that's sidelined right now. A guy that eats blocks up better than anybody in the league, and that's why he's one of the highest-rated defensive linemen in the league per PFF, and he's going to be making a triumphant return, and we are 2-0 in the division. 2-0 in the division, baby. 2-0, and guess what? We have a lot of easy games left. We still got Baltimore. We still got Cincinnati twice, who's playing like trash. We still got Arizona on the schedule. We still got Green Bay. We still got Indianapolis, who they might be playing a little. Tennessee, who's not playing good this year. So we still got a lot of winnable games on the schedule. And this is a huge win for the Pittsburgh Steelers over their division rivals, the Baltimore motherfucking Ravens, baby. You got to love it, baby. You got to love it, man. Especially the way this fan base is reacting, calling for Mike Tomlin to get fired after all he does is win. And this is a rebuilding team with a lot of upside and a lot of moves they can still make in the future years to come because they got a lot of great pieces on this roster. Yeah, there's some maybe roster and adjustments we have to make, and we got to get better on offense. But it's a young offense. It's only going to get better. Hopefully this offense can keep getting better. And when our highest paid player on offense comes back week 7 against the Rams, hopefully that's going to give us a big boost because Deontay Johnson, I don't really like him, but say what you want. He's one of the best route runners in the NFL, period. And he can put up some points and some numbers and help with the over-the-middle stuff, the screens, and help us get in more third and manageable, second and manageables, shit like that, and help this offense. And this team can still get into the playoffs. This team, like I said before the season, can win 10 games, maybe 11, slide in on a wild card, and, possibly upset and make some noise in the playoffs. The NFL season is a marathon. It is not a sprint. You got to take it game by game, week by week. It changes so much. And this week, right now, doom and gloom, fire everybody for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hey, we're first in the North. Let's fire everybody. Let's fire Mike Tomlin. Let's fire Matt Kent. Let's fire the whole team. Let's just fire everybody. Why would we do that? We're first in the North, baby. We are first in the AFC North, and defense still wins. Defense is still relevant in today's NFL, and you got to have all 3 phases come together to win the ball game, and that's what happened today for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3-2, first in the North, and we got to buy to get healthy, to figure it out, to study the tape, see what we're doing on offense, see what works, see what doesn't work, make some adjustments, and come out after the bye and start putting up some points on the board. Because once this offense starts picking up a few first downs and actually sustaining drives and not leaving our defense out on the field all game long, every single game, forcing them to play mistake-free football and not giving them any bit of comfort of a little bit of lead to play with so they can be a little bit more risky and send a little bit more exotic blitz packages and do a little different things to try to force pressure on the quarterback, to force turnovers, then this team can be very, very, very dangerous. And especially if Kenny starts getting in his stride and getting in his rhythm and stop turning the goddamn ball over. And this team can beat a lot of teams. There ain't too many great teams in the AFC right now. There ain't too many great quarterbacks in the NFL anymore. We don't got the Tom Brady's no more. We don't got the Aaron Rodgers no more. We don't got the Ben Roethlisbergers no more. We don't got the Peyton Mannings. There's a lot of new young faces in the NFL trying to make a name for themselves, baby. So let's go. Bye week when we're sitting at first in the goddamn North. And we got a long way to go. Here we go, Steelers.